Good day, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? I just came from jogging. It's walking actually. I've walked like 4.5 hours this morning from 8 till 12:30. Yes, I just arrived. Okay, so as you can see, I'm still perspiring. I'm full of sweat, and yes, I came directly in recording this video because I have a bad experience, but I'm not upset and it made me feel bad, okay? I just want to relate to you how devious, evil people want to destroy another person's happiness, your happiness, or anyone's happiness, or to destroy a person. That's it. And to prove themselves. So they really have confirmed it earlier. I was walking, I walked at this place in somewhere in Halsema Highway. I went to, because it was my plan to go and eat, to walk and then eat a little, to relax and then come back. Because that's what I do at Bontoc Mountain Province before. It's my way of relaxing and enjoying myself. I will just raise my feet because it's aching. It's just only now that I've walked that far. Maybe it's 20 kilometers or more back and forth. And then now, uh, so that was what I do. It's like a habit. I do it 3 times a week, 2 times. I walk and then eat at a place, at a restaurant, or just a canteen, wherever I want. There's no really big restaurants there, so I just plan to see earlier what that restaurant uh, beside the highway is serving because it looks nice. The facade is nice, but when I went there, I was shocked that there are these people again, these gays, and I don't know, and they are trying, and it's very obvious that it's really orchestrated again. They don't look like they're the real staff of that place. Okay? So there, and then I saw two closeted guys, closeted gays, pretend to be straight people. So while I was standing and looking at the menu, and there is this gay staff, he kept on he kept on doing this while looking at me at the down part of mine. What do you want to imply? That you're gay and still you're attracted to a vagina, to a trans woman? Well, if that is your personality, I don't care. But please don't include me because that is what they want to do. These people want to do. They want to conquer me. Okay? Okay. My gosh, my bros. And then, so I got pissed off because there's this drama again. So, but obviously he's really very gay, okay? So I moved out from that place and looked for another place, and yes, uh, I went to this restaurant near a former DENR. Wait, I transferred to another restaurant named Kim John Restaurant. It's a very bad place. I just want to go there because I see that they have big windows at the back and you can see the view of the mountains. So they know that that is my weakness again. So maybe they have scripted last night when I was sleeping. They came here with their cars and everything, and they're using what they're using to brainwash me to go. And then I went there, and then there was this staff who wasn't this lady Actually, she's not a lady. She is a lesbian, or what would she like me to call him or her? But I guess she prefers her because she's long hair and everything. And they want me to, as usual, they want me to appreciate again the face of the lesbian, the lips maybe, or whatever part of their face. But it's obvious because my lips are contracting like that. Obvious, it's obvious what they're using. So, oh my God, it shouldn't be tolerated. That's why she wasn't wearing a mask. And then she reasoned out, why are you not wearing a mask? I said, she reasoned out, because I just came from the kitchen. And then she suddenly coughed. Oh my God, are you sick? I told her, why aren't you wearing a mask? In fact, when you are even working on the kitchen, if you're working in the kitchen, you should be wearing the mask because you will serve food, right? So I was angry, and it's my right because I know their drama again. And then you research as I've said, the inaudible radio frequencies that you're using to brainwash people. It's reality. And I have seen another research that I am reading right now that I cannot just share on Facebook because it's not shareable, okay? It's not connected to Facebook. Okay, it's on PDF. Okay. And then because you can feel it, you can feel that your muscle is tingling and everything. So I don't want to tolerate that because when you feel something for a person and when you're attracted to a person, right? And when it's fake, okay? So there. And then I went out, and then suddenly this guy who posts like this, like that, a man, manly, macho, and everything, just suddenly shouted at me. I didn't even shout at a girl. I just scolded her, okay? Shouted at me, at least she's a woman. Oh, what? What's the connection of that? And why are you meddling with our affairs? I told him. And then just like that, and I told him, you're gay. You hate me because you're gay. I told him, and he cannot talk anymore. And yes, if a man does that, it's an indication, okay, that he has a questionable sexuality. And then if they have earrings like that, it means that they have questionable sexuality. If uh, most especially if they're already adults, okay. And then if they love wearing bands and like that, and wearing headbands and clips, they are really, really proud of who they are. But some are really closeted, okay? So most of them are closeted gays, and he's gay, okay? So, so he shouted at me, at least she's a woman. I don't care, okay? So these people, these men have a problem about me. I know that I'm not a real woman, I'm a trans woman, but at least I feel like a woman and I know myself. How about you? I should have told him earlier that, oh, you're telling me that. How about you? What do you want me to call you? Gay or a woman too? Huh? As if the lesbian is gonna uh, want him, if even if he says that she's a woman. Why does she know how that lesbian feels? Of course not. Maybe he feels more than a man, right? So just that the point is, it's just their anger, okay? They just want to disappoint people. Okay, so you will not you will not you will not be happy on your routines, on what you usually do, because they know that I love walking, seeing sunlight, and they don't want me to look around. They even uh, my muscles are even spastic now. I cannot turn my head so much. See what they're doing. And then um, when he said that, I told him, "Oh, you're gay." I shouted at him, "Bakla." Yeah, that's a term here in the Philippines, and he cannot speak cannot talk back. He didn't realize what he said. Maybe he realized that he feels like a woman. He's just hiding himself. So you know what? Don't ever, I if you get to engage with these kinds of people, always have a doubt. Do not give them the benefit of the doubt that they will change. Just be very careful because they are hiding a lot in themselves. You don't know when they are engaging with a man or a woman or whatever, and you don't really know who they are and how they really feel because they cannot understand themselves. All they have is anger, all they want is violence, all they want is chaos, all they want is conflict and everything. Okay? So I talked back, I shouted back, and then that's it. I walked away. The food in that place, anyway, that Kim Jan is not even, I saw it, it's not even delicious. It's just a typical Igorot food. We call ourselves Igorot here in the mountain provinces in Benguet. It's a typical food that you see that it's on display, it's already fried, it's not fresh. Then they will just mix it when you order, okay? So nothing special. Even the first restaurant that I went, the Galilee's, that one, I it's not even earning. If they want a client, I couldn't be a stable client from that because if I'm pleased with it, I will be walking there. I've discovered another place to walk along that way in the Halsema Highway, and it's my another target place. Okay, another target place to walk. Okay, so there, and because of that experience, uh, and yes, I saw my bangs, and yes, they hate my face. Just imagine that. They don't want to look at my face. They hate me because I'm ugly. But why? Why did the men like them who's doing this always came to me when they were alive? They were always the first to befriend me. And then at my back, they were laughing at me like I'm the ugliest person. But you know what? I don't care. And if you look at me and you're confused, I don't even care. If you don't like my face, I don't care. Okay? So put that into your heads. If people don't like your face because you're ugly and they see you as ugly, who cares? I'm the most beautiful person in the world. I'm the most beautiful trans woman or woman in the world for me. Even if my parents and my sisters, my siblings don't see me as beautiful, even if my relatives see me as the ugliest person, and that's real, my relatives see me as ugly, okay? But it's not a problem for me, it's a problem, okay? So if people see you like that, don't mind them, okay? Just appreciate yourself because nobody will appreciate you except yourself, okay? The world is so crazy right now. So don't be a part of the craziness. Okay. So out of that experience, at least I've got to tell one kid, another child who is who is diligently, and I hope he's industrious. He's watching out for, he's selling live fishes. Okay. And yes, he's selling live fishes. And I told him, don't ever befriend lesbians and gay men who don't know themselves. And even if I'm gay, I told him don't befriend gays. Be careful with them if you befriend them. And don't befriend men who will engage in sex with men, women, and gays. I told that kid, if you know what you want and if you know that you are for women only, then like women only. I told the kid, okay? So there, and I even told the mom that please take good care of your child. Don't let him uh, have friends who are gays and bisexual and everything. And at least that experience from that closeted guy and that lesbian in that restaurant, I've got to inform another child because I cannot just say those things if I'm not pissed off. Okay, So, and now they're reasoning again that I'm personal. I said this because I'm personal. No, I'm just sharing because these people are so sick. And yes, it is tied to another one, another group. What they did to me is tied to another group. They wanted me. Yes, and then before that, I get to tell the kid like, why are you not selling? Why are you not cooking here? I love fresh fish too. I hope you could cook and just 2 tables. I told the mom, just 2 tables and cook. Be the one to cook because it's not really that difficult to cook fish. You can just grill it or fry it, and it's delicious when it's fresh because what they're selling is live, just like in the lowlands. What they do when you travel in the lowlands, it's very delicious, and I want that experience again. And I was suggesting that, and then when I suggested that to the kid and to the mom, these men again, this closeted men or group of people said that I am OCD because I feel a lot and I have OCD. That's why I am acting kindly. Okay, so you see, no, people will never appreciate you whatever you do. Okay, so just be the one to appreciate yourself. Okay, there, and then okay, and then after all those brouhahas, whatever you term them, whatever you call them, after all those incidents, when I was coming back here, okay, here again are the group of the religious people. Maybe they think that I'm upset because of what happened there on the restaurant and along the way when I was walking. The Jesus again. They're like stalkers wherever I go. They want to fish. They want me to be on their side. What have you? Are these people crazy? Can you realize what you did to me in Australia? They want me to be dependent to them. And even here, when I came back from Australia, they want me to be dependent on them. I was I was paying the rent. They don't want me to pay the rent because they want me to have a debt gratitude to them. They were helping me to look for work, but yet they want to control me. And they were even shouting at me, "You believe in God kasi." See, when I was just sitting at the bench doing nothing. You see, so being religious doesn't mean you're good. That's why these bisexuals, closeted lesbians and gays, and then these godly people are in connivance and stalking me and harassing me anywhere I go because they have the same mentality. They want to conquer the world. And they're both evil. Both sides are evil. So I'd rather be alone and just wait for the right people to come to my life. The real people for me. Okay, so what can you do? There, people are getting. It's very difficult to find true people for you. So there. Okay, so the lesson learned. Don't get upset by these people. I call them devious and evil because they're just like Tom and Jerry, always setting up situations to trap each other. You see, when you were watching Tom and Jerry when you were young, it's funny, but when you realize it, it's devious. You will, they always create situations, fabricate stories and everything, connive for whatever their purpose is, and it's not okay. Okay? And some would even reason out because we want you to have a partner and love. You would do that? You want me to be upset just to look for a guy, or you want me to be feel down so I could cling on you? Whatever their purpose is, it's not okay. If people connive, if a person connive and manipulate, don't be. They thought that I was like that because I was reading this book of Robert Greene before, The Seduction, Laws of Seduction, and whatever. And the book of the woman, I don't know the name, but it's called Why Do Men Love Bitches? And I don't care. What if a person would read, have they seen me do it? No. They were just, they just thought that I was just doing it to them. They thought I was seducing them when I wasn't even the first one to go near them, the first one to befriend them. They were always the one to stalk me, to look, to go and follow me on bars, to stand up on the street corner when I'm jogging, to stand up in front of their shops when I'm jogging. Okay, so don't make up stories, people, because I have a lot to tell. And a lot of people have seen you do that. Excuse me. You cannot brainwash every people because not all people are stupid. And that's a warning to you. You cannot put me down always. Okay? So there, always fight back if you can. But if you're still weak, I guess fighting back is has its time. Okay? So there. So if you're still weak and you're still weakling, or if you don't still have the resources, then don't fight back because they can really trample you. As you can see what they're doing to me. Every time when I go shop, when I go shop, they sabotage it. When I go eat, even if I'm with my family and my nephews, they sabotage it because these people doesn't have conscience. Okay, they want to upset every moment of other people's lives because they think that they are always upset and disprivileged and lonely and miserable, and I don't know, they're not okay. Okay, so there, just be okay with yourselves. Okay, appreciate yourselves and fight if you must, but do not be upset by what other people do to you. Okay, so there, see you soon on my next video. What would I title this? I don't know. I will just think. See you soon.